A large class is a class that is above a population of 60.
For a boxing class, any number more than 20 is a large class.
A large class in our area could be anything beyond 50.
What I would consider to be a large class is a class that consists of more than 40 students.
With the second year class, I have a population of 172, and then the third year class, I have 154. So if I'm teaching these two courses, when you are teaching, you realize that you easily lose students' attention because you be in front and majority of the students will be far away from you. So sometimes the people who don't get your attention begin to make noise or murmur or make funny comments which you don't easily get, and you also can't easily say who is making the noise or what the problem is to help you to rectify it. So sometimes it's difficult having a firm grip on what you are doing. And then also when you want to have a quiz, especially for that class, and you want it to be very effective, you either have to call in colleagues to help you supervise, and most of the time you have to do it when you get them. So sometimes you can't do it during your lecture, normal lecture hours, because sometimes they also have their lectures. And if you are bent on carrying it out, then you see that many of the students will cheat, and it doesn't show a true reflection of their performance. So I think that is a major problem. And then also scoring. If you're going to go by the standard 2 quizzes and maybe an assignment, and before the main examination, you're having a combination of over 300. And if you give a quiz within, you can't mark just 300 within 2 weeks and then set another one and then as an assignment before the main examination. So I think it actually doesn't make you give out your best to the student the way you wish to, because maybe people have genuine challenges as you are teaching. You can't have personal counseling with such people because you are thinking of the large class size.
I want you to tell me what the mistakes are. The rest of you down. The two of you now. Face the class. No, yeah, no, you and you.
Come here. You stand here.
Now you watch and then you tell me the mistakes. First of all, it's a question of space. It's a question of space. We have a boxing gym. We have all the equipment for the boxing gym. But if we're having over 140 students with only 3 pairs of gloves, 2 headgears, which are even my own property that I brought along, then you can imagine we are doing this thing just as an imaginary boxing class. We don't even have punching bags. Even if we had punching bags, you see, they can still, without the gloves, they can still punch and feel how it is. But we don't even have any of those. Even if we had them, where are we going to hang them? Where are we going to hang them? So we don't. We can only go to the boxing ring and hang them, but we can't send 120 students to the boxing ring. That's half a class that you see behind me. So imagine if I had got the full class here, it will not be possible at all. So that is the one of the things that faces the practical lesson, because we don't have the equipment. But for a boxing class, any number more than 20 is a large class.
Considering the constraints, when we come, the space is not enough for all of us. So at times, some will have to stand at the back, whilst others are practicing.
Another constraint is that because we are many, we don't all get instruction. We don't hear instruction from the lecturer because the class is very large. So sometimes we find it difficult to get the right instruction and to do the right thing.
Sometimes too, I think the lecturer don't get time to take care of individual problems. So learning a skill, if there is a large class and one lecturer or with his assistant they are taking care, then it becomes difficult for them to point out individual problems and attend to them.
I teach Akan and Zima who are already over about 200, and we have to use the assembly hall. But if you are using EPA and students are enjoying your lecture, they come and sit in. So you end up teaching a very large class indeed. Yeah. You see, with large classes, it's very difficult for the personal interaction to take place when you have a very large class. You know, after delivery, you want to go around and find out how much your students have had from your teaching. But if the class is very, very large, you cannot do that. 200 students, and you are standing at the podium. Yes, there is no place to move around. But if you are using the electronic media, that is extremely supportive. You throw your ideas on the screen, that is agent-based, and so you have the opportunity to stay back, and the learner and the students will interact rather with the ICT. Yes, but there is also opportunity, as you saw, for us even to interlace our teaching with notes and questions.
With problems when we are using the projector, especially with regards to zooming. Sometimes because we are at the back, it's not zoomed for us to see properly. Yeah, so with regards to the zooming, we have difficulty in them. And then also, most of the letters are not visible for us at the back to see. We also have a problem with the lettering, that is the spacing of the letters. And then also, when we are to take certain notes down, therefore, when we are about to take, most of the lecturers do not have time, and then they move to the next slide. That is also a problem to us when they are using the projector.
The public address system. I think we are having a whole lot of problems when there's a lecture going on. The system breaks intermittently. Sometimes the lecture, we have to stop. The lecture will be going on. Those at the back won't hear anything. It breaks intermittently. So that's another problem we also have with the PA system.
Basically, we have a problem with the address system. Now, if a lecturer is up there and then you don't come closer within this natural hearing distance, it is very, very difficult to hear whatever he has for you. And again, we are uncomfortable in the place because, for instance, today we are doing what we call practical criticism. You will have to listen and then make your comment, and you don't hear anything, and that actually throws a very big challenge to us. For instance, I'm sitting, look at the way I'm sitting, where we're sharing the same table. I'm even sitting at where I can have the best of ventilation, but look at my shirt, it's unbuttoned. So these are some of the problems we have. And again, the last class, you will have to ask, some people have genuine questions, and because the class is so large, the lecturer will not have enough time, as it were, to address every individual's problem. And for that matter, some of them are not able to answer real questions that they need to get clarification and answers. And these are some of the challenges that we're having. And if you have address them that is very, very bad, you are unable to actually understand whatever is going on.